What's up, guys? It's early in the morning, like 7:15. Laura planned most of the day, and we're going to the big palace. I forgot what it's called, but that opens at 9, and she has a whole plan for after that as well. I wanted to check out these two cafes that I saw online nearby just to kill some time beforehand. One's called Onion, and the other one is like a bagel place or museum. Both of them looked pretty good. I think the bagels looked a little better for my personal taste. Gonna try them both, hopefully. We have to walk like 10 minutes and then take the subway or bus and then walk another like 10 minutes. So not a quick ride, but that's just typical, I think. Gonna try out the skincare that I bought yesterday. Beauty of Joseon Matte Sunstick with Mugwort and Camellia. This one was rated high, I think, according to my AI, so which is why I bought it. And it was only $14. If this is good, I might have to buy some more for my family. Anyways, this is what it looks like. Pretty nice and clean packaging. The Mama shoe one smells a lot better, but it's more about the sunscreen, I guess. This is the capybara headband that my girlfriend bought me, so good investment to put on these sunscreens. Anyways, about to head out, so I'll see you guys in the next part. Long story short, yesterday night was the most tired I've ever been, so it's currently the day afterwards. Let me tell you what happened though. We went to a cafe called Onion. It's more of a touristy spot, and there were a lot of tourists there, but there were also a lot of locals there, and it was just packed in general. So hopefully that's a good sign. I wanted to go to a bagel place afterwards, but ended up being too full, so that's why I got a little bit less than normal. I got this little pizza thing. Laura got a grape croissant, and she also wanted a vegan strawberry latte. Starting off with the latte, it was a little better than I would expect for a vegan drink, but still not something I would get myself. I would give it a 6 out of 10. The croissant also is not typically what I would get. I like sweets, but I think I'm pretty particular with what sweets I like. A cream-filled croissant with fruit doesn't seem too appealing in my opinion. But I will say after I ate it, it was less sweet than I thought it would be, which was good for most people, I would say. I will still have to give it a 6.4 out of 10 though. Not something I would eat, and I only ate one bite of it. The pizza, on the other hand, was really good. It was pesto with bacon and other stuff. There wasn't any red sauce, which is my preference. And I would say it's probably the best bakery pizza thing I've had ever. So I'll give that pizza a 9.5 out of 10. Long story short, I've been doing my conversions wrong the whole time. I was kind of dividing by 1,000 and then just subtracting a little bit for the price, but it's actually more than that. I think the pizza was 7,000 won, so I thought it would be $6 to $7, but in reality, it's probably like high $4. That pizza was not as overpriced as I thought, and it was way better than yesterday's pizza. We are at the Gyeongbokgung Palace. This place is so big. There's just like so much space between everything. Just like properly spaced to put like 20 pickleball courts in each section. You can't really go inside anything, but yeah, there's just so much area to travel. Very cool looking. Go look at this a little bit more and then figure out what we want to do. Afterwards, we went to Namdaemun Market. We initially thought it would be a place with a lot of like cheap, cool stuff, but it seemed more like a flea market with a bunch of knockoff stuff, so not exactly what we were expecting. There were a bunch of lafufus around there that were pretty bad in my opinion, and nothing else really caught my eye. The one thing we did buy was sundae, which is the Korean blood sausage. It was better than the H-Mart ones in terms of weird taste. I think it may be equivalent to the better one I've had in Georgia at the authentic Korean place. Maybe better, maybe worse. It is, however, a lot cheaper. It was 5,000 yen, so about $3.6. I would give the sundae a 8 out of 10. We didn't stay at Namdaemun Market too long. We actually decided to go back to Myeongdong again. There's just a bunch of shops over there that are really cool, and we only explored maybe 1/10 of it, if even. Laura always likes going to Olive Young, so we went there again. This time, I decided to buy some gifts. Laura recommended these masks. I think they are Riedel shot stuff. Don't really know what it does, but Laura recommended it, so got them for my family. Laura says collagen is good, so got this one as well. These were actually pretty cheap. I think they may be $3 or less. Like I mentioned before, my conversions were wrong the whole day until I realized this morning. And finally, I got some more sunscreen. You can't go wrong with sunscreen. I personally like sticks, so hopefully my family does as well, because these are all sticks. There was an arcade on the bottom floor of the building, so we decided to check that out. I had to test out my luck on the claw machines, and it was not very good. My dad likes Wallace and Gromit for whatever reason. As a kid, I was super scared of it because it was creepy, but decided to try to get my dad a little Gromit. I think it's Gromit. My brother and I used to play Bubble Bobble on my dad's like stick thing. I don't know what it's called anymore. So I tried to get that little dinosaur for him. Then Laura saw this little bunny plushie that she wanted, so I also tried to get that for her. Although my claw machine skills are a little bit better than Laura's in my opinion, I went like over 25 or something and did not get anything. I think I spent maybe $7 or $8. It was 1,000 won for 2 plays, so about 35 cents for each try. So yeah, I lost maybe $8 or so. Laura did end up getting the bunny for herself. Then Laura really wanted to go to Daiso, so we went there. This particular one had 12 floors, which is pretty crazy. I already went to Daiso yesterday on my little solo Itaewon trip, so wasn't really too interested in looking at it more. I decided to just walk around in the general area, which in hindsight may not have been the best idea because it just got me really tired and I ended up just going to different convenience stores trying to find a drink. When she was finally done, her bag was so big that we just had no other choice but to just go back and drop it off. Had to make a pit stop back home because we bought too much stuff, or primarily someone bought too much stuff. So we got a bunch of stuff there and there, right? And yeah, this is too much to hold. So yeah, now we're gonna go back out and try to find the live octopus. I was doing some research to find the best spot to get it at, and it seemed like it was telling me that I should go to Nakji Alley. I couldn't find an exact location or name of a restaurant, but I decided to YOLO it and just go in that general area. That, however, was a mistake, and we couldn't really find it and didn't want to just walk around aimlessly. So we ended up having to walk 20 minutes back to Myeongdong. We passed by our third Olive Young and Laura had to go there again. My brother wanted a silver chain, so I was just looking online and asking AI where the best place to buy it from was. And I went to this place called Red Eye, but they only had sterling silver. I think he wanted real silver. So still on the lookout for that. Went to some random stores and found some little gifts I could give to my cousins and friends. So my cousins like One Piece, so I got them this little Luffy thing. I don't know this character, Zoro maybe, and I think his name is Chopper. So yeah, I got these 3 things right here. They were actually very cheap and maybe just $1 or so each. Then for my friend Kevin, I know he likes his Crayon Shin-chan, so I got this chicken one because he likes chicken as well. Then it was time for the live octopus. Just walking down the street, I saw that one restaurant had a sign and it included live octopus. So just checked the reviews online and they were pretty good, and we went upstairs. There were quite a few locals in there, so hopefully that meant it was good. We balled out a bit more for dinner. I got the beef tartare, which was like 30K. The live octopus was also 30K. Then I got like this set combo for like 65K. The combo was a golden aged pork belly and pork shoulder, a soybean soup, and a seafood pancake. For starters, the japchae was a little bit less flavorful than the US version. At least in terms of sesame oil, I feel like the US version has a lot more sesame oil taste. But that japchae did grow on me, so I would give it an 8 out of 10. The kimchi, however, was not my favorite. I think it was very fermented, which is probably just not my taste. Laura really liked it though. Now onto the live octopus. Taste-wise, it was exactly how I expected, so I did like it a lot. I would give it a 9.3 out of 10. The one thing I didn't expect was that the suction cups still sucked. Some of the tentacles were hard stuck on the plate, and some were sticking to my inner cheek, but overall it was really good. The beef tartare was also very good. Like the japchae, not as much sesame oil as the US equivalent. I like sesame oil a lot, but I can see why they don't have as much. I would say the beef tartare was equivalent to the ones I've had at the better Korean places in the US. so I would give it a 9 out of 10. The golden aged pork shoulder was a little bit more dry than I would have liked. I would give it a 7.5. It was good, but I think I liked the pork belly better. The pork belly was thick and good, but I don't think it was that much better than the good ones I've had in the US, so I would give it an 8.5. The soybean paste soup had a lot of seafood inside, even like half a crab. I'm not the biggest judge of soybean paste soups because the only time I eat it is at like Korean barbecues when they give it as a side. I think it tasted similar enough, maybe slightly better. 8 out of 10 for a soybean soup. Last but not least, we have one of my favorite Korean foods, seafood pancakes. I'm not sure if it's the more authentic way, but this one was a bit more crispy. Not sure if it's better than the one I've had at the expensive Korean place in Georgia. I forgot what I rated that one, but I think this one's a little bit worse at 8.5 out of 10. After dinner, we walked around and went into the tier store. I actually found some stuff that was really cool. They gave us a free bag, which is always nice. I got these things. So it's the collagen core lifting mask. These were on sale for 70% off. Whenever I see 70% off, I always have to consider it. I also looked at the reviews online and they were good as well. So hopefully I just got a steal. These ended up being like $11 each. I might try some myself and then give some to my parents or brother. I do want to look a little bit younger. Also, they gave me this free lip blush in this bag for free. Afterwards, we really had to get some clothes because my plan originally was to get all my clothes at Korea and that was running out. I went to 8 Seconds because it was supposed to be like a Uniqlo of Korea. Nothing really was on sale or caught my eye as a good deal, so I didn't get anything over there. Then we went to Nike because they had a place where you can make custom stuff. I was deciding between a sweatshirt, a shirt, or a hat. I ended up going with a hat. There were a lot of cool patches there, but I was trying to go for more of a Korea exclusive. Here we have it. I felt like this triple swoosh was pretty cool, so got this. It has some Korean word here, don't know what it says. It came with this Nike logo right here. I added the Lee for PICKLELI. Luckily for me, my last name is really short, so it wasn't too expensive to add this on. Last but not least, we had this little cool dog logo. That's my custom hat. I was debating going upside down on this logo, but Laura convinced me not to. Let me know if you thought that would be a better idea. We ended off the day at Spow, which did have some good deals. I only got a shirt, and it's this shirt I'm currently wearing. It's their cool cotton shirt or something. I think it's their version of the Uniqlo Aerism tee or whatever the good one is called. There weren't that many color options though. There was only like a pinkish color, this brown, and a mustard yellow. So far it's pretty nice. I thought it was 10 bucks, but it's actually only 7. I would definitely get more of these if there were different colors, so hopefully I find some around today. At the end of the day, I was just so tired. I think I was just getting hit with a bunch of things like my lack of sleep, the jet lag, maybe not enough caffeine that I'm used to. That's why I had to film this today and not yesterday night. Anyways, that's day 2 of Korea. Still slightly fatigued, but feeling better than yesterday night, so that's all that matters. Laura has another day planned for us today, so we'll see how that goes. See you in the next vlog.